Hey everyone, welcome to Sedona, Arizona and riding on great single track. Thank you very much for joining in. My ride started from Absolute Bikes in Oak Creek and I rode up to the Bell Rock Pathway trailhead and then on to the single tracks in the area. So I hope you stick around, sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenery. And I will give you a little bit of a teaser that there are some interesting moments in the video, including an embarrassing crash. So stick around to see that. So this video is actually from October of 2022 and I filmed it with my old Sony Action Cam. So this footage has been around a little while and it really just existed as that home video type sharing. And now that I'm getting into YouTube more and enjoying creating content to share with you all, I decided to go back, dust this off, and really just put it together so it's a little bit more presentable to share with you all and maybe give you some inspiration on your future trip to Sedona. As you can tell, I'm filming from a helmet mount with the Sony Action Cam, and I really decided after this ride that I did not like having the camera mounted up on the helmet. It just felt jerky and the angle wasn't the greatest, so I apologize for that. I actually had quite a bit of footage that I got rid of just because the view wasn't as great as I'd like to have had it been. The weather on this day was absolutely spectacular, made for a great ride. One thing I really wasn't ready for was the elevation difference in Sedona compared to what I'm used to at home. A little over 4,000 feet of elevation here, and definitely was not used to that. It took a few miles of riding to get used to that difference and the air differences and whatnot, but still was a great day. Really enjoyed this. Bail was a lot of fun. It was a short trail, but really enjoyable. I rented a bike from Absolute Bikes in the town of Oak Creek, which is to the south of downtown Sedona. And I chose them because they were literally a quarter of a mile from the Bell Rock trailhead. So it was a short and easy ride from their parking lot to get to the trails. And it allowed my wife to have our rental car for the day so she could get out and do her own thing while I was playing outdoors and enjoying some single track action. I rented a Yeti SB130, and interestingly enough, I had tried out a Yeti SB130 when I was shopping around for full suspension bikes back in 2021. Ultimately, I ended up going with a Revel Rascal, and I absolutely love my Rascal. Thus, by renting the Yeti, it gave me a chance to try it out for a good part of a day and compare notes to the Rascal and say, hey, did I make the right choice or not? And I will say that the Yeti ran and rode just as well as my Rascal did. And without a doubt, I made the right choice with the Rascal. I don't regret that whatsoever. But had I gotten the Yeti, I think I would have been as equally pleased with it. Now, being a rental bike, it had seen better days. It was a little bit beat up, but not too bad. Uh, it had mixed brand tires on it. The front tire was a different brand than the rear tire. But at the end of the day, the suspension rode great. The bike was comfortable. The brakes worked great. So you really can't expect anything more than that from a rental bike. So I was very pleased overall with the experience. Yeah, I think I was given some warning signs that I just didn't pay much attention to. And yes, folks, there was another warning about things to look out for when you have a helmet mounted action camera. I thoroughly enjoyed riding on this red rock. It is so much different than what I ride on at home in Maine. And my wife and I absolutely love this part of the country to get out to for vacations. We can't get enough of Utah and Arizona. It is a draw for us, and it is something about that red rock that just speaks to us. Yeah, so this event really sealed the deal for me officially not liking a helmet mount for a camera. And yeah, the rest is history. So this moment in time is a downright embarrassing fall, and it happened in slow motion, as you see here on camera. So I don't know what went wrong, what I did, but I felt I was okay, the bike was okay, and we rode on. So I no longer have the Sony and have a Hero 11 as my go-to camera. So that's been thoroughly enjoyable for me using the chest mount and having some great results. So my next goal is to continue to make content to share, and I hope I can make it out to Sedona again, redo these rides, as well as explore some other trails. And yes, folks, it happened again. Big Park Loop probably had the most vibrant reds and brilliant greens, which combined was really pretty spectacular to see. So again, very much different than what I'm used to riding back home. And I almost wish that I started on this trail at first and rode it and extended the ride in this area a little bit longer, because again, it's just so very pretty. So I only had one battery for my Sony Action Cam, and before that battery power runs out on this video, I want to thank you very much for tuning in and sticking around this long in the video. Be sure to like, comment, and if you feel so inclined, subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. So thanks again, and I hope you had a chance to play outdoors today.